welcome back to the Engler Journey podcast. I hope you all had a great summer. Now we're back for another semester here in the Engler program. And today I'm here with someone who's new to entrepreneurship, but is not new to her passion for the entrepreneurship industry. So today we're here with Nathaly Dragoo. It's so nice to have you here today.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, so I know you're from Lincoln, and so am I.
Yeah.
And you've gained this passion for agriculture.
Yep.
And so have I. So we have some similarities there. So talking about your background, can you talk about some of the challenges you've faced coming into college, before you've come into college, and what has shaped you to love agriculture or to want to be involved in entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so like you said, I grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska for 18 years. My dad grew up on a farm out in Cambridge, Nebraska. So did my grandma, his mom. That was more kind of Curtis area, Wellfleet area. And so I just kind of grew up hearing about their stories and kind of just trying to envision what that would be like being a city girl. It was just always so fascinating. And so, growing up in Lincoln, I attended Lincoln East High School for those 4 years and was in marching band. I was never really great at the whole school thing, so I wasn't that great of a student academic-wise, but because of that, I decided, I kind of needed to find myself. That may seem cheesy, but it's for real. I was just so inspired by my dad's stories and my grandma's stories, and I actually wasn't planning on going to college after high school. I was going to go be a tattoo artist, my dad pushed me to, think about going to college, kind of seeing what I could do, and so we went to a college fair at SCC. And the very last table out of probably 40 tables, there was this one school sitting all by itself. Never heard of it, located in Curtis, Nebraska. And I went to it and I was like, okay, whatever, this will be, whatever, just another college. But they started talking about it and explaining it all, and it just sounded so cool. And I mean, Curtis, the college, Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture, had like an on-site feedlot. It had all of these facilities, and I was like, fascinating. Originally went to Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture as a vet tech, large animal vet tech. Was not there for it, but I did love working with the livestock, and so because of that, I was like, well, I'll just switch my major. I'm not gonna give up. I did that. I switched to livestock production management, and keep in mind, I knew nothing about livestock. The closest I'd probably been to a livestock animal was behind a fence, and it was a horse. So really nothing there. But I took the risk and I fell in love with it. I ended up joining Ranch Crew that following summer. And my boss was amazing. He's from Salt Lake City, Utah, and he really took me under his wing and kind of mentored me through it all, because he knew just a city girl who knew nothing. And my coworkers, who were also college students at the time, were just awesome. They became my best friends, and so I had a lot of firsts. Had my first branding. I learned how to drive a tractor for the first time. Learned how to ride a horse, and not just like trail horse, like riding. It was like you sit on the horse and you're moving cattle, and you're really getting involved in it all, and it was just so awesome. So I did that for 3 years there, and lots of fence building, but it was so much fun. I can't even explain how much fun it was. And to have that opportunity to do something that I had never done before and fall in love with it so much, it was awesome, because, all my friends had been doing that their entire life. So they're like, this is just a normal day. I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is exciting. But so I did that. And then I joined the shotgun team, and I joined Women in Ag. So I did that all through college. And then I also got my associates in agribusiness. That was super fun. And that's kind of where my passion for agriculture really developed. I'd always loved agriculture, I've always loved entrepreneurship. When I was younger, most of your kids had your lemonade stand, and I just, for some reason, that just didn't seem good enough for me. So I decided to do tutu business making for dancers, kid dancers. My cousin had been a dancer, So I did all of that and sold those, and that was like my first real business. Yeah.
So interesting. So you've kind of always been an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Since you were a little kid, and and then you never knew kind of where your journey would take you. I mean, that's so interesting how, like, you know, you didn't really want to go to college, didn't really have that aspiration, but just by going to that career fair, you found out that you had a passion for agriculture. So in the Engler program, that kind of, you know, people learn about where their passions are and kind of figure out what their journey is going to be. So how's the Engler program helped you continue your journey or continue your passion for agriculture?
Yeah. So when you come into the Engler program, you have to take a class. I can't remember the actual name, but it's like 101, Engler 101 or something like that. And like you said, I kind of already knew where my passion lied and kind of what I wanted to do at that point. But I feel like that 101 class really like solidified that and really was like, yep, this is what we want to do. We want to do something within agriculture and be an entrepreneur. My first business coming in to Engler was brand barn marketing and advertisement, and I do still do that on the side, but I've really gone full swing into this new business. And yeah, the teachers here are amazing, and they really just like want the best for you, and I think that's the best because they're always pushing you to do better and kind of make you the entrepreneur that you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I loved 101 personally. I thought it was a great class, and Tom does a great job, you know, helping you find your passion if you don't know what that is yet.
Yes.
And something I really liked from that class was like, who do you play for? So who do you play for with your new business, and what is your business called?
Yeah, so my business is called Trailblazers. It's a clothing and accessories brand that really empowers and brings awareness to agriculture and the industry, and not just, you know, your ranchers, your your ranchers and farmers, but like everyone, your policymakers, your welders, your diesel mechanic techs, all of that stuff. But who I play for is probably the industry in my family, just because I do have that background in not me personally, but my family has kind of those roots tied to agriculture and the industry. Being in Curtis, I mean, you gain so much appreciation for the industry being out there, especially not growing up in it. I can say that I was definitely one of those kids who was like, what do you mean, like, there's more to milk being on a shelf, like it's in the grocery store? Okay. Yeah. But going out there and, you know, milking a cow for the first time and seeing the process of it all and the hard work that goes into it, I mean, that is what I work for. That is who I play for sure. Yeah.
So I also wanted to know about your shirts. You're not wearing a shirt right now.
No.
But I do like the shirt. What's it say? What's it say?
Thank your lucky stars.
That's something we can all think about.
Yes.
But what are some of the logos like? Are they similar to that, or what are some of the sayings on the shirts?
Yeah. So some of our sayings that are on the shirts are, you know, sunshine and soil. Thank a farmer, support your local ranchers, nature's classroom, and they all kind of have a design on them that go with it. So for our nature's classroom t-shirt, it has like a prairie kind of field with just a simple windmill and then nature's classroom underneath. And then thank a farmer, it's a farmer walking through a cornfield. And my favorite is support local ranchers. So the support your local ranchers is a mailing stamp. And it has cattle on it, and it just kind of looks distressed, and I don't know, that one's my personal favorite, but just simple, kind of straight to the point, and then it has support your local ranchers kind of in the little thing, but above it. And yeah, our logo is just a circle, has Trailblazers, and then Empower Ag, I think it's Blaze Paths or something like that. And in the middle, it's a 2 ox pulling a farmer as they plow a field. So I thought that was kind of just a good, like, recognition to, you know, the pioneers of agriculture. And I think it's often forgotten that the backbone of America is agriculture. And that is how America has gotten to where we are today. So that's kind of just an homage to that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, thinking about that, like having shirts, you can really promote agriculture that way by just wearing something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how have you been able to promote your business? What have you been able to do, like, in the short time that you've had your business going?
Mm-hmm. It really helped having that network out in Curtis where, you know, you have your ranchers, your farmers, all your people involved in the industry who kind of already had my back at the time and hopefully still do. But, yeah, they really helped promote that and kind of get the word out. And then my family and friends also just did the same thing. We're on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. But yeah.
Do you have a website at all?
So our website is going to be launched here this next week.
Okay.
So there's a few extra things that I need to finish up, but yeah, it'll go to the website. Right now we're doing pre-orders and just trying to get some stuff out there for people to wear and kind of test out. So that's been going really good. We've only been open or launched officially for like maybe a month and a half, and I couldn't be more happy with how things are going right now. And I'm really thankful for that. It's always kind of scary jumping right into something and not knowing where it's gonna go. So yeah, I'm very thankful for everyone who's, you know, purchased a t-shirt or has just been there as like a support system.
Yeah, and you're talking about like jumping in and taking that risk. What would you tell like young people that are interested in the Engler program that are maybe afraid to take that first step?
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
you just do it. It seems really stressful and like super scary at first, but I promise, as long as your heart's in it and you know, you have that kind of mindset of it's going to be hard, but this is going to pay off in the long run. You're going to be great. I highly recommend people to get involved in Engler, even if you're not an entrepreneur. Just kind of gaining those skills and lessons from the teachers are amazing and are going to take you very far.
Yeah, it's great community too here at Engler. And like, what are some of your favorite like community building activities that you've been in, or events that Engler has had?
For sure, Essential 40. They bring in a kind of guest speaker who's an entrepreneur themselves and has had a business going for a while, and they come talk to the students. You get free lunch, and they just share their story. And at the end, they open it up for questions for the students to kind of gain some knowledge and kind of learn from maybe their mistakes that they've done, so that maybe we don't create our own, or if maybe they have something super insightful for us to know. It's great. It's great. That's probably one of my favorite things. Another one is the letter of intent, for sure. Yeah. Once you decide that, you know, you want to stick with Engler for the rest of your college career, you get to kind of sign a letter and be like, hey, I'm officially going to do this. And it's just a really cool ceremony. They do a really great job of making you feel important and really like personalized, even though it's probably like 30 kids all doing the same thing. It's just super individualized, and it's a really cool feeling, and it's kind of like I made it type deal. So I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of empowering.
Yeah. Did you ever have like a favorite speaker from that Essential 40?
Oh, I can't remember his name, but he's a wood crafter, wood making guy, and he does a bunch of furniture for people, and hearing his story and his struggles and seeing where he's at now was super, super empowering and super inspirational. And that talk will probably carry with me for a while. It was super great.
Yeah, and what's one thing that you want to get out of the Engler program throughout your years in college?
Probably just,
it's a hard one.
That is a hard one. I don't know, probably just gaining as much knowledge and, resources that I can right now within this program. I feel like once you kind of leave college and you don't have those resources, it's a little harder to kind of get that and have a better understanding of what you need to do. In that drive, they're really good at just pushing you, and so it's a good reminder to just keep going. It's hard, but go. Like, you got this.
Just do it.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the teachers just have so much belief in their students, and that's amazing. So
Yeah, and the Engler program, I mean, it's just such a strong community, and there's so many great connections you can get out of it for when you're outside of college. So that's why I would recommend definitely doing the Engler program.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here today, Nathaly.
Absolutely.
I love learning more about your story and your shirts. I got to look into it and maybe get a shirt at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for having me.